We're fucking live, but we're not fucking live.
Yeah, because it's not that kind of
It's
podcast.
not that kind of podcast. Yeah, that wouldn't be a podcast, Nathan.
That would, that'd be something else altogether.
I think they call that a pornography or something like that.
Um, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think you
generally,
got it.
generally speaking, yeah. Welcome to the Once Revealed Variety Hour, the only podcast by Once Revealed where you get variety for an hour. See what I did there? You can look that up. You can look that up. You can Google that all fucking day.
Look it up. Dare you?
Go look it up.
How
It is
dare
exactly
you
what
do
this
that?
is. This is the podcast. This is what you get. We're your hosts. I'm Vern.
And I'm Nate.
He always will be. All right. Let's.
I could be someone else. I could
You
be
could
Ben.
be. You could be. That's what my Instagram bio has always said. It says, I don't know you, but if you need me, I can be anybody else.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, if I did change my name, it would probably be to Ben. Just because I think it's the only name I can think of that I actually would be able to fit into. You know?
You feel like you have to like wear a name like a suit of armor. You gotta fit in there like a Gundam. Let me pilot this
that's-
Benjamin real quick.
Precisely. Exactly it. All right,
That's
hold on. I gotta
fantastic.
share the I gotta share the video.
Yeah, yeah.
Share-
It is imperative. It's imperative to share the thing.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm on it now.
So speaking of the podcast,
Like the company, or the company that sells fitness gear and supplements and whatnot. Yeah, on it.
on it.
Who we are not sponsored by, but
We're
we
not,
could be.
but we could be. That's right. I love that. That should be on a T-shirt. We're not sponsored by them, but we could be.
We could be. You know, if we were sponsored by Onnit, I think we'd be in a lot better shape. Like, we would probably get into better shape because we're just, like, hawking their shit, and then we would use it sometimes.
Yeah, right.
And we'd be better for it.
Yeah, if I could get an athletic wear company to give me free stuff, I would probably try to use it. Yeah, so that I could get more free stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Who wouldn't do that? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and in fun news for the podcast, the entire archive of the podcast is now up on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Play Podcasts. So if you listen to your podcast on any of those platforms, you can go and listen to it all fucking day. All 41 hours of it is up. So, fun announcement. I just finished that
Nice.
project yesterday. Yeah. That took
Nice.
forever, but now it's going to be like a weekly thing. So when I finish these, we're going to get done. We're going to wrap up. I'm going to go download it on my MacBook and just go upload it because
Nice. And it doesn't
pretty
take
fast.
that long at all.
no, not at
Like,
all. It takes like 15 minutes to do it now. Like, but to do those 41, it took 15 minutes multiplied by however many times. You know, that's a long amount. That's like 8 hours of work or something spread across many days.
What's going on?
Oh, we got Scott. We got Scooter Scoop.
That's going.
Hey guys,
Scott.
sorry for
Well-
showing up late.
No, you're
Oh,
fine. Introducing
parents-
our third host, Scott Patton.
Hey guys, what's up? My
You made it
parents
just in
literally
time, man.
showed up at the house at like right before variety hour, and I was like, I felt rude not to just walking off while they show up here. So
I feel you, man. I feel you. I mean, if you need to, you could dip out for a bit and then come back because I know how it gets.
no, it's fine. I told them about it. They were
For
cool.
sure. Cool.
Cool
Cool.
about it.
Cool. Feel you, man. Yeah. Yeah. So good timing, Scott, because this is a good segue. How are you guys' weeks? How'd the week go?
Not too shabby on my part. We got a new guy working at the shop that I work at, and it's kind of a learning curve trying to teach somebody some new stuff. But yeah, the week hasn't been terrible for me.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
What about you, Nathan?
I mean, you know, there were a lot of good things, I think. Let's see, I went and saw my parents in Baltimore on Saturday. You know, so that was cool. Let's see, the next day saw someone special in Morgantown, which was nice. Really good to see that person. See her. Let's see. Well, I got a new student this week.
Right.
Is like a ray of sunshine, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a fantastic experience to work with this kid. So I'm really excited about that, and much more than I thought I was going to be, because this is a pretty young kid. Like, I only typically work with like middle and high schoolers mostly, maybe like fifth. I haven't really worked with anyone younger than that, and this kid's like 6 in kindergarten, so that's going to be a very different kind of approach.
Yeah.
So we're working on stuff like shapes and letters and like 1 through 10, and shit like
Whoa.
yeah, and it's really cool because I've never done that before. So this is brand new for me, and it's actually one of the first times that I've felt pretty stimulated at work, which that's been a long, well, especially considering this whole year has been so shit-tastic,
Right.
as far as all of that goes.
Shit-tastic.
Shit-tastic, that's a word.
Year of 2020, the shit-tastic year.
Yeah, 2020 to 2020.5 is kind of what it feels like,
Yeah.
But yeah, so this new student that I have is really, like, I find it very, very curious and interesting, and yeah, so that's gonna be really cool. That's been kind of a bright spot at work.
That's
been
exciting, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, the only other thing I have that was cool was I started a new book. Let me go grab it and I'll show it.
Sweet.
Oh.
Do it up.
Started a book.
You grabbed a book.
Nice.
Yeah. Picked up a book. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Started.
Man,
Okay.
Shit-tastic. That's a good word to
Well,
describe.
I was too tired. I thought he was literally saying he started writing a book.
Writing a book. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm writing a book. This is the
Okay,
one,
cool. The
That-
Tale of Physics.
The Tao of Physics.
the Tao of Physics.
Yeah.
I never.
Tao.
It's not pronounced with a T sound. It's
The
a D
Tao.
sound.
Yeah.
The Tao of Physics.
Tao
I never
of
knew.
Physics.
I
Yeah.
had to be corrected on that on Sunday.
Makes sense.
But yeah, the Tao of Physics. So basically, it's talking about how like Eastern mysticism and physics are really going after the same kind of goals, and that they value the same of values, I guess.
Very interesting. So this is your first step in your tome of knowledge quest to become a guru, right? This is the.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. A new age. No, not new age.
A
Sure.
new age guru? You're a nuru? That's dirty.
Ugh.
Yeah, New Age. I think that's a good way to define it.
Nuru.
Nuru.
Nate Rue. It's like, so I'll be a Nate Rue. That's what it'll be. I'll talk about physics, Eastern mysticism, and penis jokes, and that's a Nate Rue.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounded like you're saying something else that I thought was very inappropriate until I heard you said Nate Rue, and it sounded like something else. I'm not going to say the word.
I don't know where that's going at all, and I'm just gonna let it go there. We're gonna hang it on that.
Let that one go, man.
I like that. I think we're gonna name the title of this Nate Rue.
Cool. Cool.
Oh man.
Yeah, I want really badly to tell you guys what it is, but I'm not.
Just
going
save it
to.
for after and just tell us there, or text it to us real quick.
Save it
Whatever
for
you
the
like.
once variety after party. How's
Yeah,
that?
the after party, yeah, as we call it.
After party. Everybody, come join if you're not offended by easily by things.
Then you can say that word over and over very loudly, so that everyone can.
If we ever get this thing to a point where it has like a decent following, we should totally do that on Patreon. We'll just let people join the after party. You gotta pay money.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The once revealed OnlyFans.
I mean, kind of. That's basically what it is.
Start our own OnlyFans.
Yeah. Only bands.
Only bands.
Nice.
That was Oh yeah, how was your week there, buddy?
Oh, wasn't bad. Haven't done a whole lot other than just like working on stuff here at the house. I've caught up on all of the stuff that I needed. I was talking about it just before you came on. I've caught up with all the Variety Hour podcasts. So they're all up on YouTube. The entire archive is up on there. Spotify, Apple Music, Google. I was doing that basically for the past like week and a half. Outside of that, I've been kind of chilling this week. I've been trying to relax because I have not at all for a long time.
Decompressed a bit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying
good
to
to do
like,
that.
because I know like next week I'm just gonna be like tired of relaxing. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, that was the whole 5 months of my life.
yeah, yeah. I found out today while I was like going over my numbers at work that I'm like the leading person at work for closures of incidents and tickets. So like I'm got nothing to worry about there, and I didn't realize I was doing it, so I'm just like, apparently I'm doing
Yeah,
something
isn't
right.
that always a pleasant thing? It's like you go overboard and then you don't realize it, and then they're like, brother, you can slow down if you
That's
really want
literally,
to.
yeah,
Like,
they were like,
I don't know how to.
Yeah, you're going a little too fast, maybe. And I was like, whatever. Like, I looked at my numbers, and, like, most people have what one of my numbers are combined across incidents and, like, incidences and tickets that they have open and closed. So basically, like, my numbers are 55 on one and 48 on the other, and most people have, like, 10 and 15 or 20 and 10. That
Well,
kind
damn.
of thing. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I have, like, over 100 closures this month.
I don't know exactly what that is, like how
It's
to
anything
compare
that
them, but I
happens-
guess the bigger number is
Yeah.
the better thing.
Yeah,
so.
it's anything that happens on a computer. So like anything that comes up, people will put a ticket in for, then I gotta go do it, and I've just kept up with it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, like install this thing for me. This thing doesn't work. Like those sort of things. Yeah.
Hmm. Right. It's kind of like a police officer in the fact they have to have a certain amount of tickets and incidents.
Yeah, they have to have certain numbers of incidences each month that they've looked into to prove their worth, their value to the organization. That's absolutely correct.
Right.
That's exactly how it works. Yeah. Yeah, you nailed it. It's Ellie the dog joining us for the podcast here. Hi, Ellie.
Well, the dog.
Really?
Ellie the dog.
What's
featuring-
going on? Why is my word program popping up here? What the hell?
Scott, I wanted you to write that thing from before.
What
Maybe-
thing?
Scott, maybe you're the one writing a book.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
writing
you're
the book.
right.
There it is.
Like, oh, we're writing a book. My computer heard me and just
It's-
all right. I'll
Clippy
start
has a
this shit
mind
up.
of its own. Clippy was like, "Come on, man, it's time."
Oh snap!
Do you remember that Yahoo Messenger? Is that what you were just quoting?
Yeah,
Oh,
you showed that to
snap!
us.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Did
Yeah.
I force that on the podcast, or did I force that outside of the podcast?
Nah, I don't know. Good question.
It's hard to remember, isn't it?
Good question.
Yeah.
It might have actually been in a podcast now that you mentioned
Could have been. Could have been. Might have played the soundboard and everything. When we have a soundboard in season 2, that's gonna be on there.
Season 2.
Season 2 now with
Season
transitions.
2 of Once Revealed Variety Hour. Join us then. It's gonna be good times.
It's gonna be better times even. You could
It's gonna
Yeah.
be much better times, even better than what it is
It'll
right
be the
now.
best
And right
of
now, it's
times.
it's
It'll be the worst of
fantastic. So
times.
how do you even go beyond that? Is
These
my
are the
question.
only times. This is the time times.
This is the time. So I'm a little bummed out, guys.
Why? What's wrong, man?
Hmm.
We were planning to go to Rehoboth in Delaware for this weekend. Turns out it's supposed to rain the whole weekend, so we had to cancel. Thankfully, we got our money back, but it's like, man, no
Yeah.
beach.
That is pretty lame. Sucks.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be hell on earth here, though. It is supposed to torrentially downpour.
Yeah, right. And this place looked like a really nice place. It was like maybe 5 minutes away or so from the beach, and it had a hot tub, and it was decked
Oh, that's
out.
fun.
Man. Like, kind of bummed.
That is upsetting.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear that.
that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll find something else to do with the money, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You could always just go grab a hotel room somewhere in the city where it's not gonna kill you to be near water.
Right.
Yeah. Go hang out. I mean, like, I don't know. You could run away from Maryland because I think it's only supposed to rain here, right? Go to like
I
New
don't
York
know.
for the
Good
weekend.
question. I don't know if I really want to make, unless it's like someplace not too far, but if
Wow.
it was
Fair.
a place that wasn't too far, it's going to rain
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah, that's what I was
think
thinking. Like, yeah, you're kind of rocking a hard place there. I don't want to go too far,
Yeah.
but if I don't go too far, it's going to be the rain.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's funny.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't generally go to the beach much anymore.
Mm.
I haven't been in
Too much
several years
sand.
now. Too
Too
much
much
damn
sun.
sand. Well, I like the sun, the whole depression thing, but but the sand not as much because the whole depression thing.
All right, Nick.
It's
Oh, conflict of interest.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it reminds me
that's
too
a
much
tough
of the
call.
Middle East, maybe. All of the sand.
Yeah,
get home and I'm
it's
like, oh, man.
PTSD.
It's like I went on a deployment to Rehoboth. Kind of is like a deployment going to Rehoboth, actually.
Ah,
But instead of people with, never mind.
No, there's still people with guns there, Scott. There's, and
In
they might
Rehoboth?
still shoot at you.
In Rehoboth?
Yeah.
I didn't know of this.
I guess Ocean City's worse for it, but
Yeah, Ocean City. Rehoboth, I don't think is nearly as bad.
Ocean City, you got to catch them on Bike Week, though. And then there's more guns there than anywhere else in the continental U.S., including the nearby armory.
Wait, what again? Bike?
So if you catch them on Bike Week in Ocean City, and there's more
Oh
guns there.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
More
Yeah.
armory there than the armory. Yeah.
Oh my. That wouldn't be fun at all. Well,
Yeah.
hearing all them motorcycles passing by 24/7.
I have a friend that goes like every year, and yeah, he has hearing damage. So straight up,
I could see that happening.
dude's really deaf, like straight up, and
That's
I'm pretty sure it's
funny.
because he's around motorcycles all the time.
hmm
Yeah.
It's a lot
I
of fun.
remember in our off 194 back here, there was a point where there was like a fucking gang. I don't know if there was like, I'd say there was over 200 motorcycles, and they were just passing by and just going and going, and like the douchiest thing they would do, they would block off roads so nobody else could pull out. Like all the motorcycles. I don't know. I don't feel like that's even something legal you can do. But the motorcyclists, all the gangs, they were flying by, and then one would block it off so no one could get in front of the motorcyclist.
That might have been an event. I mean, it might not have just been like a biker gang. Sometimes they do these like veteran
Maybe.
events where it's like thousands of people will go on these bike rides for like 50 to 100 miles. And there is one specifically that runs from DC up through Philadelphia. Like it's really far. Like they drive throughout the day. It's like 6 hours or something of riding, and they ride all the way from like DC all the way through the state, all the way up into Pennsylvania. But it's like hundreds of bikers, so it's possible you saw
Right.
that. You might have just caught that event going by.
Right.
Yeah, because I saw them out on the highway once, and they were going fucking fast for one, like, and it was like thousands of them, and they were blocking the road. And we were all kind of like stuck behind them going along. We were like, this is weird,
Mhm.
you know.
I wouldn't feel comfortable in that situation at all.
No.
Like, I don't feel comfortable near a motorcycle in general.
No, and it was like hundreds of thousands of them. It was like crazy.
Oh my goodness.
It's so insane. That's like the time I went to, you know where Carlisle, Pennsylvania is? They have
What is it called?
Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Carlisle,
It's a town up there in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. They
It's
they have
a-
this Mustang week or Mustang day that they do. It's like a weekend basically where they have all the Ford Mustangs and all of the Ford F-150 Raptors and all of the Ford GTs, like the race cars, the one they use in Le Mans and shit. They have all of those out there for like a big car show. And I remember I drove out there once. Almost 10 years ago, actually. It was a really long time ago. And I was driving back in my Mustang, and I drove past like a caravan of Mustangs headed there. Like it was like hundreds of them just in a row, like just lines of Mustang after Mustang after Mustang after Mustang. And I was like, holy shit, it's literally the most popular sports car in America. Like it's crazy to see, you know, in action like that. It's just like hundreds of them in one place. It's really cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing, like, it wasn't anywhere near as much as what you're describing, but it was like Corvettes. It was like 7 Corvettes, one right after the other. And I was like, those are pretty nice cars. I always enjoy seeing them. So it's like seeing 7 of those. It's like, what the hell's going
That's
on?
cool. Yeah, they're making YouTube videos or some shit. You see the new
Yeah, right.
Corvette? I don't know if you care much for that, but
What's this?
the new Corvette, the one that has the motor in the
Yes.
rear of the car, dude, they look amazing.
It's
I've
beautiful.
seen a couple of them, you know, kicking around here in Frederick. Somebody owns one, and I keep
Is it
seeing-
like the most recent model, like 2021 or
It's
something?
like brand new. It's
I
a
have not
brand new
seen that
model.
one. Okay.
Yeah, it is a sick looking car. I thought it was a Lamborghini when I first saw it. I saw it
No
at a
shit.
stoplight, and I was like, "That's a Lambo for sure." And then I drove by and I looked at the back, and you could see the flags, the 2 flags. I was like, "Whoa!"
Uh-huh.
I was like, "No
Maybe
kidding!"
I haven't seen it. Never mind.
Yeah, dude, it's
I'm
really cool.
curious.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up.
Nathan, you good over there? We're very swatting away bugs.
Cat flying
Oh,
around,
yeah.
trying to kill it.
Get your cats to kill the gnats.
Yeah, they're asleep. So,
They said, "Yeah, fuck your gnats."
Damn, that is. Holy, that is not a Corvette. What?
Isn't that crazy looking?
Yeah.
It looks
what?
like a fucking Lambo, dude. I legit, I saw it and I was like, I would drive the shit out of that, honestly, 100%.
That's like a Ferrari or something. Like
Yeah,
what?
it's crazy.
I feel like I've seen that and I didn't know it was a Corvette.
Yeah, it's nuts. I saw one and I saw one in all black in Frederick. That's the only color I've seen it in so far. It's all blacked out.
That's sexy.
Yeah,
That
was
is sexy.
sick. It was so sick, dude. So
Mm.
sick.
Yeah, it looks like a Ferrari, dude. It almost looks like a Ferrari.
Yeah, I was really
At least-
blown away. Yeah, it definitely looks like an Italian sports car.
Yeah, it's sexy.
Yeah.
That's one sexy car.
Yeah, I get down with the whole car thing. I'm a huge fan of just tuning cars and building this sort of thing. So I definitely love that. When I saw that they were doing a rear engine Corvette, I was like, well, finally, the fucking thing has only been asking for it its entire lifespan. Like,
Right.
it's already one of the best sports cars you can get on the market. Why not just make it better? Fuck. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. It is quite a sexy car.
Yeah. I think everybody should have a car
Speaking
that
of,
is just for
you
fun.
guys. What's that?
What were you saying?
I was saying I mentioned this to you on band or last band practice, but yeah, I'm thinking of looking into that Ford Fusion, man. That's
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
it's like it's kind of it's got some luxury to it. I think it has where you can start it up like from your
Remotely,
key,
yeah.
and it's got all kinds of like interior features like Bluetooth, and I'd say Bluetooth is a big thing for me because I'm always listening to music and it's
Be
got a
careful,
set up
though.
GPS.
Be careful though. If you get a Ford, the Fords, the fucking the Bluetooth that they have built in them is called Sync, and it's trash. It is dog
Really?
shit. One of the worst things ever. So test it. Test your radio. Make sure it works well with your phone before you fucking buy the car. Because I've had to learn the ins and outs of the one that I have to get it to work every time I get in the car. Like it's real specific.
Really?
Like so in my Mustang, if I go in the Mustang with my phone on me at all, my car connects to it, it brings up my GPS and starts to load my GPS information. It starts a song, regardless of if I had anything playing before. It just starts the music player and starts whatever song it can, right? And then I can go and change the music from there. If I had something playing, it just plays the song that I had already playing, right? The Explorer, when I get into it, I have to connect to Bluetooth, wait for it to turn on the radio because Sync has to boot up, right? Because it's a little computer in the center of the fucking car now, right? So that has to boot up. Once that's booted up, I have to select entertainment, Bluetooth, wait for it to repair to the fucking phone as a Bluetooth device to play audio and music. Once it does that, if it hasn't already been playing sound, it'll just go, Bluetooth can't be found, and it'll just shut off. Sometimes, for some reason, it'll play the first 30 seconds of a song and then skip to the next song. So I've defaulted to using a USB cable plugged into the phone, right? And plugged into the computer itself, the Sync radio system itself. So I plugged it in directly, and it works better, but I still have to make sure the music is playing first, or otherwise it won't read the phone as being there. It'll see it as a USB device, then you click it, and it says can't be connected to, can't be connected to, can't be connected to. This is trial and error of me playing with it over the past month and a half until I figured out that the problem is there's no audio playing. It needs media playing to see the iPhone. So you just hit play on your media player, plug in the fucking thing, select iPhone when it eventually comes up, if it does. If it doesn't, you unplug and plug it back in, and it always does. And then it works. It's fucking
try
weird.
doing all that crap while you're driving.
Dude, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Wait, does it have an aux output?
It might have an aux input, which might be the answer to my woes.
That I feel like that would be the simplest thing.
So this is the problem with that, though. I want to be able to use my phone for not only the aux input, but to charge it too, which means I'm gonna have to plug in 2 cables every time now. This is ridiculous. This is too much work.
Funny, because that's every time I plug in my phone into my car. I have the aux cable, and I plug in the charger as well. And I'm like, yes, this is normal. This is fine.
Nathan's living in the 1990s still. I'm not plugging in my Walkman and the fucking cigarette outlet too. I shouldn't have to do all that.
What'd you say, Nathan? I didn't get any of what you said.
Yeah, 1990s with a fucking smartphone that can like calculate how to get anywhere in the world in the matter of 10 seconds.
Listen,
You know,
back then it was your
Car is from the
TomTom.
1990s. Your phone is from modern times.
Had to break out your TomTom or your fucking, what was the other one? What was the other big one?
Garmin.
Garmin, yeah, your Garmin. Get your Garmin.
Yeah, it's your Garmin GPS, baby.
Yeah, now your Garmin's a fucking satellite phone. That really changed, didn't it?
The reason I use the aux cable on my phone though is because my phone has a hi-fi DAC, and so it works a lot better if you use an aux cable because then the sound quality is like way
That
better.
makes sense.
Okay, as opposed to Bluetooth.
So Nathan's like, yeah, I don't mind doing electrical engineering every time I get in my car. It's not a big deal. I'll just...
Electrical engineering. It takes 3 degrees to plug in 2 cables into my smartphone.
Let's you're using 100% of your knowledge of electronics to do that, aren't you?
Dude, with mine, I've probably the sound quality is nowhere near as great as it is, but I have no other option because my auxiliary connection for my car is broken. But I use this thing that you connect into your cigarette lighter, and it's like an adapter that's a Bluetooth itself, and it connects to your radio.
Yeah.
And like every time you've heard it, Vern, like you turn on my car, it goes when it connects to my phone, it says paired. Every time you turn, waiting for Perry, and then it's
paired. Paired. This
sounds
summer,
like a guy-
one radio is
That
paired.
thing guy comes up, he's like, surprise, motherfucker.
Dokes from Dexter. Yeah.
Perry, motherfucker.
Paired, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yep, I love it.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All rise, motherfucker.
Perry, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. So I hate the Bluetooth in my Explorer. That's the only problem with it. So you guys will get to experience it if we actually do tour in the Explorer, in the Tour Explorer,
The Tour Explorer.
in the
Tour
X Tourer.
It'll be the bane of our existence the whole time we're at we're in a good mood and we get in the car. All right, let's put on some tunes, guys.
Let's play with this
Let's
fucking
get
Bluetooth for
ourselves
20
amped
minutes. Yeah.
What's going on, Vern? Why isn't it working?
I don't
What do
know.
you
I don't
want?
know. Hang on. Let me reset
Play
the system
music.
again.
You gotta first play it.
Let me hang on.
You gotta play
Can we
it
stop
first
the?
for it to
Hey,
recognize
can
it.
we pull over so I can play with it? I don't.
Come on, what's going on?
I
Listen, my
can't.
patience.
Look, I can't
you're
do this
ruining-
and drive.
you're ruining it for me.
I'm gonna get us killed, man.
I'll be in the back, plug in the fucking aux
Just
cable.
plug in the aux cable. Just plug in the aux and handing it up front.
Guys, come
Take
on.
the aux cable.
Let's do it old fashioned. Come on. Don't
Whipping
have to
us,
fight.
taking the aux cable and whipping it at us, like just take it, just take it.
Ow, ow,
Take the
ow,
aux
ow.
cable.
You guys, stop fighting. Stop whipping me.
Oh my god, this is our future.
We just predicted the future for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also considered the
Whole world. Alright,
go.
this is Janae.
Janae. Hey Janae,
Hey, Janae.
Hey.
the Once Revealed Variety Hour featuring Janae.
Alright. Once real Friday hour. Just more variety for this hour.
That's what we have here. We have variety for an hour,
And it's once revealed.
and it's Once Revealed
So you
specifically.
can Google
Yeah,
it. It's,
you can Google it now. You
I had
can.
wondered.
you can Google it. Yeah.
Hey guys, I got questions. If we don't have any other
What,
things.
Scott? You have questions?
You can ask your
Yeah.
question.
What
Or with-
Scott got?
What's
Let's
Scott?
see here. I don't. This is from last week, so let's see here.
Well, it's an
All right.
outdated question. It's an expired question. It's been in the back of the fridge. It's getting stinky. A little mold on that one.
It's not expired. It's still relevant.
Oh, okay. It's still a good question. All right. Well, what's the expiration date
Yeah.
on that thing? Does it ever expire, or is it like one of those? It's like a cheese.
What's
it gets
that?
better with age.
I didn't get a
Just
lot of what
fucking-
you just said.
Just fucking with you. I was saying, is it like a cheese? Does it get better with age?
It's like a cheese or a wine, you know.
Wine, yeah. It's fair.
I don't know. Certain cheeses, with age, they tend to. Yeah.
Yeah, like blue cheese. It becomes penicillin.
They just grow new kinds of mold. I mean, they are a mold of a kind.
It is true, but like certain cheeses, the mold that grows on them, you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat that shit.
You know, isn't there some like I don't know this like 100% for sure, but there is a kind of cheese where there's like some kind of worm in it, and it's like considered a delicacy.
Ew,
I don't want any of that. No.
All right, guys, I'm gonna Google that. And I'm gonna find out.
He's gonna go find the cheese worm.
Oh, dude.
Finding the cheese worm is the title
Like,
of this
something part of
podcast.
something in my nightmares. Fuck. It's gonna trigger me if I see that shit.
Gourmet cheese with maggots.
Oh no!
All right, guys,
It's like talking about the
you ready?
fuck. Go ahead.
Casu marzu, sometimes spelled Casu marzu, is also called Casu mode, yada yada. Sardinian sheep milk cheese that contains live insect larvae, maggots.
Oh.
It's a
Well-
delicate.
I guess this is kind of relevant to the whole cicada thing that I was talking about the other day.
Oh yeah,
In Leesburg.
we can have cicada tacos with maggot cheese on them.
Yeah.
Just double down on the gross.
Guys,
We're going all insect, bro. Go
Guys.
big or go home.
Casu marzu cheese is dangerous, illegal, and filled with maggots. That's what this article says. The most dangerous cheese in the world. Casu marzu is an Italian delicacy, defined by its illegal status and the maggots that infest it.
The maggots.
The
Gives us
maggots.
protein.
They're delicious. The maggots.
The cheese is made from sheep's milk. Casu marzu takes some time to make. What kind of quality cheese doesn't? But the process itself is easy. So,
You see my brother, Giorgio, he tell me we could catch a fly on the fly trap, and I decided no, we will instead put the fly in the cheese and eat the
I go to
cheese.
Malta and I have the cheese there. It has the maggots in it.
That's so
and
gross.
I say, I didn't want the fucking maggots.
Who would fucking ever? Why would anybody eat that if it's dangerous?
at the first place, who tried that the first time? It was like, boy, I think that's...
Yeah, what fucking, that's true. What weirdo was like, oh man, bugs got in the milk while it was curdling. And just... He tried a little bit and he was like, you know, it's different.
It's got a little bit of gooiness to it, along with the
Yeah.
with the-
Oh, is that one alive? That's different. Ooh.
There's something about the mouth feel. I just...
The only cheese that feels your mouth back.
Gross. All right, on to our topic. God. Ah.
What's Scott got?
Oh, fuck, that's great.
Gross. Okay. Do you remember the first time you made out with a girl?
Oh, no, I don't actually. That's sad.
Oh.
I'm getting old. Fuck. Or I gotta stop doing all these drugs. One of the
You do,
other.
Nathan?
I do. It was my freshman year, and I was on the bus on the way to lacrosse practice.
Aw. Nate. Look at you.
I know. Such an innocent story.
Yeah. What about you, Scott? What do you got?
Not so much for the people behind
Oh, my first girlfriend. We were chilling in the car, and we were like, "Yeah, let's kiss."
Nice.
Okay.
Solid. Yeah,
Very
no,
romantic.
I
It
legit
was
don't
raining,
remember.
too.
And I feel like a charlatan for saying that, but I legit don't remember. I remember my first kiss, but not my
That
first like
means you
make
made out
out.
with a ton of chicks.
I guess. It's because I remember my first kiss, but not my first like make out.
Hmm.
I remember that. The first kiss was like a peck on the lips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I remember my first kiss too. And now that you mentioned it, it's not that. It was a spin the bottle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mine was like a middle school girlfriend or something, so it wasn't like,
Nice.
Nice.
yeah. Like nice, yeah. Like you guys sound like my middle school friends for a second there. You got a kiss? Nice.
Nice. Good on
Nice.
you, man. Good on you.
Dude, Vern got a kiss. Nice.
Nice.
Don't girls have cooties? No. That's not a thing anymore.
You kiss
Fuck
lace.
yeah,
and go,
man.
Whoa.
Whoa. Did you guys know that that's actually like a terminology? The cooties, that's actually like something they use for like an actual disease that happened way back when.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember hearing something about it. Let me see if I can pull that up. That'll be our next disgusting topic.
Yeah, we'll find about cooties, the lepers from the 1990s or whatever, whatever the fuck it is.
While he's looking it up, I just gotta say that tardigrades look fucking weird.
Oh, water bears? Yeah, hell yeah, they're crazy. Yeah.
They're crazy. They're a strange creature that exists
Yeah.
in this world or universe or whatever.
Yeah, this universe, because they're probably out there all over the universe, really.
Yeah, man.
It's
Or
more
something
likely.
like it.
I think they came
Probably.
from somewhere else in the universe. I don't think they're terrestrial in nature. I don't think they evolved from
Right, yeah.
anything here.
There's a theory that I heard posited by I don't know, motorcycle outside. A theory I heard posited.
There's this
by-
motorcyclist, dude. They were watching the podcast.
Huh?
Okay.
There's this motorcyclist. They were watching the podcast.
Yeah. That life on Earth possibly and I don't, he said that this is probably not proven, but
It's panspermia.
that possibly a meteor hit Mars and sent stuff from Mars to Earth
Yeah.
that had tardigrades or something on it,
Yeah.
and that's how life ended up on Earth.
Yeah,
Which
the
would be-
the panspermia theory. Yeah.
Panspermia. Just more of
Just
me.
just
That's
panspermia, sperm everywhere.
the sperm all over me.
Who knew the universe was such a
Hey,
fucking
guys.
whore?
All right.
What's
Yeah,
up, Scott?
Scott there, Scott.
So what I found, let's see if this is all
We just
Word
derailed.
for the period during World War I as soldiers slang for the painful body lice that infested the trenches.
Oh my god. So
Oh,
they had
God.
trench lice? That's the
Yeah,
most
yeah, back in
World War
World War
One
I.
thing I've ever heard.
Yes, yeah, that was a thing.
Talk about a
Yeah.
horrible war. I mean, it's World War One.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, if you didn't die to gangrene taking one of your feet and infecting you with fucking blood poisoning, or if somebody didn't throw a mustard gas grenade into a trench and kill you and your 14 friends,
Right.
then
Oh.
maybe, just maybe, you would make it through with just an infestation from horrible trench lice that were then fucking known as cooties for the rest of time.
Or
Maybe
trench
that's what
lice.
you'll have.
Or
Or-
freaking
or-
mites who would actually come up and bite people because they were so hungry.
Yeah.
They would feast on dead bodies, of course, and then they come over and steal food from people. And
Yeah. Yeah. So if the mice don't get you, and the Germans literally stabbing you with knives from the ends of guns don't get you, then
yeah, that's not as terrible though.
yeah,
Did you say mice like a mouse or mites?
mice.
No,
Like,
mice, like mouses or rats.
Yeah.
So okay, then you said they steal the food. I just imagine a mouse with like a handgun, she's like, "Give me fucking bread, boy."
Give me that motherfucking bread.
You got that
Oh,
fucking
shit.
cheese with maggots in it? Give me that shit.
I was gonna take your water.
That dirty shit.
I was gonna take your water, but instead you drink it, and then I'm gonna eat you and drink it from your blood.
Whoa.
Damn. It's just
God
got
damn, these mice go
extreme
hard.
gory.
These mice go so hard. I blame the school system, really.
What is the deal with our conversation today, man? It is just like so moist. All of our subject matter.
Everything we're
Moist
saying
really
is wet.
Is that the way to define it, bro?
Wet.
Moist?
Moist.
Is moist is that the word we want to use?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
All of our
Finding.
subject matter has been very moist. Like the
Okay.
maggots, World War One trenches. I mean, those things are very moist.
They were.
Hello?
That's how you got gangrene.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you get trench foot. That's what it's called. Trench
Would
foot.
be another way to describe it.
Yeah. You know, I actually had trench foot at one point while I was in the army.
Really?
Funny
Really?
enough, you can just get trench foot. This is the thing. So if you sweat too much in your boots and you don't fucking like change your socks often enough, you can just get trench foot. That's how you get it. They were getting trench foot because
Right,
they were
right.
standing in trenches all day long. Well, I got it because I was walking around in my boots with my socks on for 30 days, and I wasn't able to like go change my socks like every couple of hours in the specific block of 30 days. So at the end of it, I got like a really bad rash on one foot, like probably just athlete's foot, and then on the other foot, I straight up had trench foot. It was like a really deep infection of like a subcutaneous tissue level. It was really bad. I had to go to the doctors multiple times to get like these creams and shit to put on it. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Supposedly in
Smelled
World War One,
horrible.
they had like a trench buddy, and they would double check each other's feet
Yeah.
and stuff like that
Yeah.
during World War One.
We still do that, yeah, in the Army. You still do
Yeah.
that. You have a buddy and you still, hey, check me, make sure I'm good. You come out of the field, and I remember multiple times having to strip down butt-ass naked and spread cheek for another guy to make sure I didn't have ticks up my ass, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to get Lyme,
That's hot.
Yeah.
From there, that's just like,
Yep.
what some story Lyme disease. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I'm like, I don't want to die, so, like, I guess it's not so bad. It'll never beat
Yeah,
the crazy old German guy that had to look up my ass crack when I went to go join the Army. Yeah, if you enlist in Maryland, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a German guy that works at the MEPS there in Baltimore, and that guy is, like, I swear, off the boat German. Like, and he's like, okay, now turn around. Turn around. And you're like, okay. And he's like, now spread the cheeks. And you're like, what? He's like, spread the cheeks. And you're like, I gotta do what? He's like, pull them apart. Pull them apart for me. I need to look and
Oh
see.
my
I'm
goodness.
like, what do you need to see? He's like, to make sure you do not have hemorrhoids. I was like, what the fuck?
my goodness.
All right, I guess. Like, that's weird. And then you turn around, he does like the sports physical thing where they grab the balls and they have you turn to the left to cough and shit. And he grabbed my balls and he goes, oh, yes, big specimen. You'll need to cough. And I was like, what the fucking hell is happening? I'm like 18 years old. Like, it was so funny, dude.
And you must cough.
You must cough. And I was like, oh, what? Okay. Yeah.
It's like his grandfather was like a Nazi, and he's like, "This is how I'm going to get the Americans back." Making their soldiers.
I've got these
super
motherfuckers
uncomfortable.
by the balls.
Spread cheeks. That was what got me. Spread cheeks.
Spreads the
Spread your
cheeks.
cheeks.
Spreads the cheeks. I was like,
Spread the cheeks.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, cough. Cough, man. I'm like, I thought that was your name.
God.
It's a German joke.
All right. Another moist topic.
Another moist topic.
No.
On to another wet one.
Once real wet ones.
Oh,
We should make we should make once revealed butt wipes and just call them once revealed wet ones.
Wet ones.
and have our picture on each one of them.
Yeah, so you can wipe your ass with my face.
Yeah.
Hey, another question for you guys.
What do you got, man?
Only brown nosing. Go ahead.
Have you ever had a one-night stand?
Yeah.
Have you?
I can't say that I have.
I actually have 2 nightstands upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say what Will says. I hate you. I hate all of this.
Oh, man.
I almost had a one night stand once, but then I ended up not even doing it.
Ah,
I don't know.
God.
Never was something that like appealed to me, I guess.
All right, I guess I'm weird there, but fully appealed to me, and I definitely did it.
Hey man, I understand.
What are
that
these
makes
sexual
great.
jokes, Scott? Are you coming on to me, man? What's the next one? What are you guys doing Friday? Like-
What do you guys do?
Tell me about a time you had sex. Want to do it?
Fine, I guess you guys aren't curious about me. I guess you already know my answer. Fine.
I don't actually. What is yours?
Oh yeah, what is it?
Yeah, I haven't.
He's like, no, I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't.
Were you expecting some grand stories or something?
I was kind of hoping he'd have something there.
I mean, oh, were you?
Yeah.
Spain, and I found this lovely woman in a red dress at the bar. We were seeing a flamenco dance, and they were just like, and that's, like this. I gave her a look, and we just knew.
And then we went
This
back
is
to the
your
room, and she
nightstand.
played with my castanets, if you know what I mean.
Ouch. Doesn't sound very pleasant.
It depends on what you're into, Scott.
Not into painful experiences, that's for sure.
Well, that makes one of us.
Are you all about the pain and the
Not all
tedium?
about it, but you know, I get down. I get down.
Okay.
Yeah. Scott's
Thanks,
next
Bill.
question is going to be, what's your opinion of blowjobs, and how long do you think you can give one?
Yeah, that's my next topic. You read it. Fuck.
Probably a couple minutes, I'd guess.
Another moist topic.
Wait, what?
It's another moist topic.
It's another moist topic, right? And it's relevant, definitely. We have to discuss this topic.
This is the once revealed moist hour, is what this is.
I'm going to title this one "Finding the Moist Cheese Worm."
Oh,
Like, you could just title it moist. I mean, that would work too. You know?
Gross.
Moist. Moist.
I got one more question for you guys.
You got another question? Hit me.
I can't hear you, thankfully.
Moist. Moist.
For all of our listeners who aren't a fan of the word
The
moist out
facial
there,
hair makes it all the much more worse than it actually has.
you should splash your whiskey into your lips and then
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Here we
all
go.
right, all right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Moist.
Oh my god, what are we doing? That's so funny.
Crackle in your voice. Moist.
Moist. He was like laughing as he said it. Moist.
This one's for you. Moist.
He said it like this here's Bubby. I'll be outside in the bushes.
Moist. I think I've had my fill of moist tonight. I don't know about you guys.
Well, what's the next question, Scott? Because this is going to purely depend on that.
Oh boy, well it depends on how you answer this question.
Oh no.
What would you consider to be one of your proudest moments in life? Give me
Right now, speaking moist into that camera.
Proudest moments. Not this one. If you say being born, then you were moist. That's fair.
It's a tough question because I don't even know what I can think of, to be honest.
You know, I've found that it's really difficult to think of things that you're proud of because I think we tend to immediately go to things that we're not proud of. Like,
Right.
easy to
That's very true.
I would say I'm pretty proud of this band. That would be like my, currently. Pretty proud of what we're doing, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's very
Yeah.
mature. I mean, that seems like a cop-out answer because we're doing a podcast for the band on the band's Facebook page that is meant to be watched by people who are fans of the band. But I mean, that's also because it's something that I'm really proud of. It's, you know.
It's a really good question because I am very proud of this band, but I don't know which thing I could say like I'm the most proud of.
Right.
Mhm.
If it was a single event or if it's more like a ongoing process of
Yeah.
like choosing what to be. Because there's that too. That's a very different thing. That's not like a single event. It's like how do you choose to conduct yourself day to day?
That like evolves, right? That changes as time goes on.
Mhm, that's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
I
What
think
things that you once were proud of aren't as big of a deal right now. type of
That's
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
That's kind of what
I-
I'm thinking.
If you asked me at 17, I would say something probably church related or something. And then if you ask me now, like I don't really know exactly, and it definitely wouldn't be church related, or maybe it would be. Like I don't really know.
Mhm.
Might be like choosing to not believe the things that other people say that I should believe, and instead
Mhm.
decide I'm going to decide for myself what I'm going to do. I'm going to conduct myself, what I'm going to be. Like I feel like at some point I shifted myself to doing that,
Right.
as opposed to just going corpus of collective beliefs or something like that.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe that's it. Maybe
Okay.
that's it. Like
That's fair.
it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's sort of how I see it too. So, like, I don't know the thing that I'm most proud of, but I know that there's like a collection of things that I'm probably pretty like. I'm proud of my service. I'm proud of I'm proud of a lot of my, actions that I've taken throughout my life up to this point, because I've had a pretty decent life so far. I haven't fucked anything up pretty astronomically, and I've made some pretty good decisions as it went. Either way, even in the bad moments, I still made pretty good decisions, I think. And so like my more shining moments are more less intrinsic actions or events, and more like you said, just the conduction of how I am as a person. And like I'm just proud of me, I guess. I'm just proud that I survived. I'm proud that I can say I'm from Elkton, Maryland, instead of buried in Elkton, Maryland. That's a big one. Pretty proud of that. So.
That you survived the events that you have lived through.
Yeah.
There are times that you definitely could have not survived.
Yeah, because they could have been bad. It could have been real bad. But several times for sure. So, we're lucky for what we have. We're lucky for how we got here. That kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of both of you. You're both growing young boys. You've done so well in your last semester of school. I'm going to take you both to Roy Rogers and get you both Happy Meals.
Thank you. Can I have fried chicken, please?
You can't have fried chicken, though.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I'll get
you can have fried chicken.
a roast beef sandwich,
Asshole.
please.
Yep, got it. Roast beef sandwich for Scott. You don't want our whole rotisserie chicken? He's like, well, when you put it like that.
You know what? Yes. I want a whole fucking rotisserie chicken.
Scott, have I asked you if you've been to Sardi's yet?
I've been to Sardi's.
Have you tried their rotisserie chickens?
I have.
It's like the best rotisserie chicken ever, isn't it?
They have some very well-seasoned rotisserie chickens there.
I fucking love that place. I want that place to cater my funeral. Like, I need that shit in my life and death, man. It's so good.
So you save a lot of money by getting yourself cremated, right? You don't pay much for like but you make sure the chicken's fucking good. The chicken is good.
I make sure everybody who isn't just crying. They're fucking having the ball. They're having the best time of their life. They're not just sad, but they're fucking also like enjoying that fucking chicken.
They're mostly sad the chicken's gonna be gone eventually. That's really what they're crying about.
Oh God.
Oh man.
What are you proud of?
Was that talking to me? I presume, because there's nobody else who answered that question yet.
There's no one else got in this chat room. I mean, I don't know, man.
In a way, you guys bring up that whole topic of just being proud of yourself in a way, and I agree with that in a way. That just I see where I was before, and like I'm still not exactly where I'd like to be, but I definitely have seen some progression to where I've been a very anxious, very isolated person, and I'm just kind of like slowly making my way out of that shell, and it's just I think that's something definitely to be proud of too. So.
Dude, I can say that you 100% are different than you were 3.5 years ago when we first met. Like you're a much more open person with just your personality with anybody, straight up. Like we'll go to shows and meet people, and you'll just talk to random strangers, and I know you wouldn't have done that in the beginning, straight up, because you didn't.
Yeah.
In the beginning, you kind of shied away from everybody. So it's really cool, man. It's super, super sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually see that for all of us, really. We've all had like a breaking out moment, I think, at some point. Like we just we're just doing the damn thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could say that 2020, even though it was a shit year, I think it was for a lot of people it was a year of a lot of growth.
Yeah, it's always been.
Yeah, because that chaos that came with it, the breaking open of everything, the just breaking of people in general, the complete interruption in everything that we put our value in, and realizing that those systems that we put so much value in really can just crumble and fall apart like that. All these things that we built with our ego just were not there anymore.
We're destroyed by our id.
All of a sudden, we had to be with ourselves for like a long time. And then I think a lot of people learned a lot of things. So I've noticed people, just the way that people are talking about things, the kind of things they're looking at and talking about, is very different than it was in 2019 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I think even though it's been a shit year, it's been a really important year for that particular aspect, because so many people grew and changed in ways that they needed to, because they were forced. They had no choice, and that's part of the pain is the forced change. You just caused a lot of things that were inevitably probably going to happen, but then just needed a catalyst, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's what 2020 was a catalyst for a lot of that change. It was always there, kind of boiling underneath, and then eventually that happened, and it was just like, well, that's rising to the top. Everything has to happen now. Yep. That's all it takes, you know. I likened it to being there were drops of water on the top of this big bucket, right? And the surface tension was holding it all together, and then finally somebody just dropped the rest of the water. And there's no amount of surface tension that'll save us from that, you know.
You even say kicked the bucket.
You could say they kicked the bucket.
They
Yeah.
kicked that damn bucket.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It's interesting you mentioned that whole thing, Nathan. Like dealing with like growth within that period of time. Like I'm almost 100% certain the reason for my shoulder pain was because of COVID, because I didn't have that pre-COVID. Like when that's all started to happen, I think just subconsciously I started to I didn't think I had any sort of issues, any sort of emotional or psychological issues, but deep down it's just something that you subconsciously your body takes a lot of the load, and then it just kind of I'm pretty certain that was a big reason I have all this shoulder pain. And I feel like that has helped me kind of grow in a way, because I'm finding ways to deal with that, which in a way is helping me grow in other ways. So.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that too, because I started paying attention to a lot of my health now, because a lot of it was you coming to us and being like, this very minor thing that I'm doing, you clenching your jaw was causing you so much nerve pain. You know what I mean? It was just fucking with your whole neck and your back and stuff. I remember you explaining that to us, and I thought about it that night when I went home, because I was falling asleep and I was clenching my teeth as I was falling asleep. And I was like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that all the time? Why am I constantly always biting down like that? So I've tried to, consciously think about it throughout the day and relax my jaw, relax the tension that's in my face and my upper extremities. And it's helped a lot. It relieves a lot of tension.
Yeah. And it relieves tension as well, because I've noticed too that is just going and going and going and going on something. It doesn't matter what it is. What I tend to do is I'll imagine conversations that I'm having with people. I'll imagine another person, someone I know, and I'm pretending that I'm having a debate with them, or I'm just talking about something. And that, I kind of use that to sort through problems that I'm having, or to just figure something out. But then I'll realize that as I'm doing that, I'm getting tense, because I'm thinking about all the things that I would say. And usually when I do that, I start to talk faster, because I'm talking about something I'm really passionate about, and then and then my body is becoming tense. And then I realize that all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, my shoulders are up here. Why don't I just relax my shoulders? And then my brain slows down too. It's like those two things are so interconnected, because it's all your brain, and your brain that runs your body and it runs your mind as well.
Psychosomatic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's systematic. It's psychosomatic interrelationship between your physical body and your mind. And so if you work to relax your body, it works to relax your mind, and vice versa. It's a very interesting thing. So Scott, you were talking about your shoulder pain being related to anxiety and things like that.
Right.
Makes perfect sense. I wonder how many people are having all these health issues, and then if you physical health issues, pain that they're having, or they're tired all the time, or something like that. Then maybe they're taking all these medications for these things, and then ask about what's going on. What kind of thoughts are they taking? What kind of thoughts are they entertaining? What kind of thoughts are they provoking in themselves? And then what ideas are they promoting, and all those things? I think probably that it lines up perfectly with or why are they so fucking in pain, or why are they so this, or why are they so that. Well, of course, their thinking is like this, so their body's going to be like that too.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
You mentioned that how a lot of people are probably due to COVID. When I was going to physical therapy, my physical therapist was telling me, the guy that we had on Friday Hour was telling me.
Danny Crumb.
Danny Crumb, yeah.
Oh no, you're talking about...
No. Shoot, I forget his name.
John Samson. John
the
Samson,
guy who believes in the Baha'i religion, and
Yeah,
yeah,
John Sampson is his name.
Yeah.
He was on episode 30 something.
Yes.
30.
34, I think.
And he was mentioning that there's a lot of people coming in with shoulder pains and back pains, and I'm finding I've been doing research myself on such things and how it's all interconnected with the brain and your body, and like those symptoms are always more majority of the time, you know, due to those things, due to anxiety, to stress, to all those psychological things.
It was episode 27 with John Sampson, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we all need. We need to go switch over to Baha'i. That guy seemed pretty relaxed.
I mean,
Seemed pretty chill.
really what that thing was talking about was just, I mean, I feel like a lot of this stuff just comes down to being aware of what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your body,
Yeah.
and seeing the connections between those things, and then realizing that you can enact that change consciously by, just making decisions about the way you're going to conduct the way your body is, the way that your mind is. Because, I don't know, I saw this quote from Yogananda whenever I read his book that said that there's no force that can overcome the individual will. Like, he was talking about, like, astrological forces or, something like that. Karma. He was talking about karma. But he was like, whatever your karma is, whatever the other forces outside of yourself are, there's nothing that can overcome your individual will. That's, like, the most powerful thing that you have. Because it's like, Vernon, when you quit smoking, that's a perfect example of
That was the first thing I thought of. Yeah, that was sheer will.
Sure, and it wasn't even like you made it sound like it wasn't something you had to like work at. It's just like something in you was just like, fuck that.
We're not doing this anymore. Yeah, that was literally what it was. Yep.
No hardwiring in your brain. There was no physical
Right.
feedback system that could make that change. Your mind, something in you was just like, fuck that.
Yep.
I'm not smoking anymore. And that was the individual will, the decision. It was like, done.
Yep.
And nothing else could stand up to it. And so many of our like health problems and mental problems come down to that. What are you going to decide? That's something that people don't know. It's like they don't realize they can just decide to make a change in their life.
Yeah, you can do that with everything. You can do that with literally everything in your life. You can just decide anything. And
Yeah.
whether or not it works or not, that's one thing to tackle after the fact. But you can decide
Right.
anything.
You
Straight
can
up.
decide anything.
Yeah.
It's very empowering. People feel like you're judging them when you say something like that, but actually that's like giving them the power to make a positive change in their life that they actually might need.
It's
Yeah,
the
you can
keys
just-
to the kingdom. It's that people don't have the confidence sometimes to believe in themselves that they could actually go do the thing. Because it's like you could say, like, Gazoon type.
You just blessed me there, Nathan.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great.
That is the ASL sign for bless you.
Oh, wow, look at that. That's great.
You make a little bless
But yeah,
you.
I think that people don't sometimes realize that like it's to some degree, it's unflattering sometimes to think of how far away you are from the goal that you have in mind. Like you could wake up tomorrow and be like, I want to own a Lamborghini Countach like next year. It's like you could do that, sure. Yeah, absolutely you could go do that. But you're going to have to hustle and grind so fucking hard, and you need to find a niche to make money in, and you need to go do all. But sure, it could happen, 100%. You could do it. It's just you got to go fucking work so hard to go do it.
And the thing is, that's an ego thing too. It's like you can say like I want to have this, I want to have that, but the thing is, there's so much change. It's like in order to make that goal happen, you wouldn't just have to do stuff. You have to change who you are.
Yeah.
Like who you're gonna be today.
You got to be a different person, because the guy that you are right now doesn't have a Lamborghini, but you want that Lamborghini. So you got to change into the guy who owns a Lamborghini, right?
You have to become that guy and just make that happen. It's
Right.
Like you have to
Something
be
that
that
you guys are
guy.
talking about hits at home with a book that I have listened to a couple times, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself.
That's a great way of putting it, actually.
That's the book, and that's
Who's it by?
basically what you're explaining right there. It's interesting.
Do you know who that's by offhand?
Let me check here.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
interesting.
right on- I have it on Audible here.
Who's it by? Baha'i.
Oh, who's it Baha'i?
Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Joe Dispenza. All right. So, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. Check that out. It's on the Once Revealed reading list now.
We're not sponsored by
Joe Dispenza
Joe.
or any of the Dispenza family. Or Audible, but we could be, goddammit, Audible. Reach out, fucking you bastards. Come on. Don't you want us? Don't you love us? Don't you miss me? Don't you want me to be
I
your...
would hawk that book. I would hawk that book if they were sponsoring us. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Come on, Audible. Come on, buddy.
Yep.
Come on, buddy, old pal. I want them and the Sleep Cube. Where's the Sleep Cube?
You know, I would pour myself up just a little bit for an endorsement. Just a little bit.
Where's the Sleep Cube guy at? Are you out there? Get him a Sleep Cube.
A little bit of a product pour.
All right. This is getting out of hand. This is becoming a capitalist fuckfest. This has been the Once Real Variety Hour. You guys got anything to add?
No.
I do. I have one very important thing to add.
Moist.
Moist.
I know it.
Moist. Yeah, it was moist. Yeah. We've been Once Revealed. You've been great. Thank you all for being so well dressed, and join us next week when we ask an ornithologist exactly how the early bird catches the cheese worm. Have a good night.